up, guys? Time to show off another build. This will be in the event on Saturday, which is tomorrow for me. It's getting a little late in the day, but was able to get it put together. I don't have all the pictures, but I thought the sun's going down. I might as well get some video while I can because I need to upload that. So we've got a 160 brushed case. Don't do too many of these. This is essentially the 350 that I do all the time, but without the knocked out lugs. The lugs are on the backside. So 160 case, we have a titanium lasered Kraken, an insert, lots of cool variation there. Good pop of color, depends on what light you get it in, but you got some orange in there, you've got some purpley pink, and you've got some different blues. So obviously there's a matching bezel insert with the Kraken at top, the Kraken itself. In the brushed case, you've got a Kraken engraved crown, and technically it's tight with that facing straight down, but you can get a partial more turn in there, but it's still tight. You've got a milled caseback that has a real cool design that we put into it, and then we lasered the Kraken over top of it. But inside you've got a signed rotor. You just can't see it, as this is an automatic mechanical. With these, I like, now the strap is plenty long enough. This is a wristbound strap. It's like a nice orange leather, and I won't have too many of these. We're trying to get more of this leather in with black stitch, and I thought it went really well with this, depending on what light you hit that in. There are lug extensions on it. You don't need them, but I really like the way it comes out past the case, the way it makes them super pliable. You can definitely put it in a watch roll a lot easier, or travel with it whenever you can pack it like this. When these are directly into the case, bending back on itself, as these are a little thick, is a little bit tougher, but you can. These are quick disconnect, so you'll just pull the pin straight over. You can get your pin out just by, tweezers or whatever little push pin you've got to remove this and go right into the case if you'd like. But it just gives it a little bit of versatility. And then you have a small coin bezel. I did not mention that. So brushed case, small coin bezel, matching dial and insert, and then a set of Vostok 24 hands. I don't know that I've used these silver hands before or that seconds hand, so I don't think I have. And then you have a brushed preview buckle with your Kraken on here and a little BVW here. There's something on there. There's something on there in there. What is that? Is that a thing? You know what? It's picking up in the camera more so than it is in person. So we will hit it with the green side of the Scotch-Brite. This is also why I take pictures and do video. Because sometimes people like to take pictures of their stuff. And they'll go, well, wait, what is that? See, there's nothing there now. So green side of the Scotch-Brite, brush it in one direction. In person, I couldn't see really anything there, but clearly the camera picked up something that was there. But that is the build. Bezel is tight. It will go left, it'll go right, but it is a tension ring bezel. It is made to go left, it is made to go right. Non-click style. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, wear it, put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind, and a wind is a turn away from you. Turning it towards you doesn't wind it, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do that for 4 or 5 seconds, that mix with the rotor movement in the back that you can't see will keep your time throughout the day, so long as you're a little bit active. If you're not, just go ahead and do it for another 10 seconds or so. If you're driving at a desk all day, you don't want your watch stopping on you just because you're not moving your hand around too much. When you're happy with that, you're going to pull it to the one and only click. You'll notice that it does not stop ticking. Does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. And you'll also notice that the crown feels loose. That is a wobble crown. It deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on anything. And then you can set your time. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 5:21 p.m.
I think they said 5:21 p.m. I don't know, the correct time was already up there, but when you're good, you're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is the watch. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you like this strap. The strap is actually very awesome. I'm going to probably put some larger pins in this one because this one pops out over here a little bit. Actually, I can probably just do that with you here so you can see how I do that. So I'm going to find one that has a little bit thicker of a barrel, which looks to be this one. Because essentially what it is that end piece is a little bit thinner. So which one is it? It's this one. So we can just take it off on the spring bar there. And it's sticking out over here. So all I'm going to do is just push in that spring bar. Take that one out. See how thin that is on the end? We'll just use something that's a little bit thicker so that none of it will pop through. Grab our piece. We want to make sure that we're on the back of this and we're using the back of this. You feed in one side. You get this other side close. You push it down and you pop it in. Which it doesn't want to focus on that because there's a watch or something back here. Come on, guy. Come on. And then you're just going to take this piece, feed it back through. You put one side down first. It's a lot easier when you're not looking through a camera. And then you get rid of that one, because if it's that thin anyway, you don't want to use it. And now you don't have them sticking out on the sides. That one's not, so must have had a thicker one on that one. But that is the build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. The wife was able to get a lot of color in it. And the reason you have those different colors is because those are the colors you get when you get it in the light. Straight on, you don't necessarily see that as much. This burlap that I put it on doesn't help very much, does it? Yeah, we got it. Now, if you would get a scratch in this, you can use a Scotch-Brite and try to half brush it in because it's kind of going around because it's got milled marks there. This has straight up and down marks. It'd be better to take this off and do that. The sides will be straight. This would be straight. The case would be your toughest part right through here, just because you want to try and round it. Matching beads, silver BVW Kraken Special Edition box. It's going to come with watch foamer. This is a cleaner that's good on all glass and metal parts. Everything here in the center, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber to go with it. You're also going to get leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. Apply it on the front and the back. If you feel it's not as pliable as it should be, a little bit will go a long way, and use something like a rag, or don't use a microfiber. And then lastly, you're going to have some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch, and it's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch that. But if you do, just put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included and matching microfiber. A tiny bit is all you need. Buff it, swirl it, get it in there, and buff it out. And if it's still there, revisit it a little bit later after that solidifies, because you're building back what was removed in that scratch. So that is your build. Appreciate you a ton. Thank you so much for playing in the waffle. I'm assuming this one will get picked, but if it's not picked, maybe you bought it direct. Either way, I appreciate it, and I hope you love it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.